hide that real quick. Yeah. Well, that did nothing. Apparently my account was already linked. Oh, maybe that's how I got that magic skin. This is
How old is this game? Everybody looks like a block.
It is. I have something that I found that was
Trust me, Magic. Tomorrow is gonna... are you just gonna stand there?
You wanted to see me?
You won't believe this, but we did it.
Oh, they figured it out.
Did what?
Remember that first account of Lilin corruption I found in the Book of Thoth?
You mean the story of the ancient pharaoh who was struck down with corruption and the traveling light worker who purified him?
That's the one.
Of course, I remember.
Well, Magic and I finally transcribed the incantation the Lightworker used. And I'm pretty sure we can use it to finally remove your Psycho Mom's corruption of Rwanda.
Nice.
I have to say, I am impressed.
You mean that?
Yes, I do.
Thanks, Hunter. That means a lot coming from you. But before you heap on the praise, there's something I should tell you. Full disclosure, the reason the Lightworker died was because he had to take on all that dark energy into his body, and he just couldn't handle
That
it.
makes sense.
I tried finding a workaround, but all the texts on Chaos Magic said the same thing. Corruption can't be destroyed. It has to go somewhere or to, like, somebody. So whoever removes it from Wanda will also have to absorb it.
I will absorb it.
You will? You're not, like, scared you're gonna, like, fall to her darkness?
No.
Lilith's darkness cannot corrupt me.
Right, because you are just so good and pure that you could never ever fall.
Correct.
Well, at least you're on board.
When is this happening?
As soon as we break back into Banner's lab. Oh, and just one more thing, so listen up because it's kinda crucial. I'm gonna need you to memorize the incantation and recite it verbatim when you see Wanda in his lab. It's the only way to subdue her.
Interesting.
It goes... Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam iubet dominus. Ego sum tenebris domum domini praecepta ior. Think you can remember that, Hunter?
It looks like I have quite a bit of preparation ahead of me.
That's why you're my favorite demon. You need to memorize those lines as if your own life depends on it. Because it just might. Remember to study your lines, Hunter, because you do not want to screw this up.
I just don't care.
Oh, we gotta go outside.
Oh, this was a huge hit when I was a kid.
Well, not far enough. Okay. We are not going to the shop. We're going to stay in here still. We only have so much time before Lily Shadow falls on the ground. Until then, I must continue to train. I must continue to become who I'm destined to be as a hunter. I'm good, son. I'm a hunter, be a hunter.
The second floodgate. I should warn you, Hunter. You may find the trial ahead more difficult than I originally let on. The gods will push you harder, and you might very well fail.
And if I do?
You dust yourself off and you get back in there. Or you train, rethink your approach, and come back later, when you feel ready.
And what if I am hurt? Or worse still, what if something happened to Charlie?
Neither of you will be harmed, dear. That's not what this is about. The Elder Gods want to see what you're made of, but they're not out to get you. Well, except Chthon, but you already knew that.
Then I should make an attempt while I am here.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself. You're the only one getting an opportunity like this.
I will do my best.
I will do my best.
Oh, and Hunter? I should mention, you'll only be able to make one attempt at the trials per night. Even the old gods grow weary of their children eventually. Good luck.
I wonder if it's either I do the trial or I go over there. Agreed to do.
When many of the Elder Gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, as he moves with his blessing.
You are too weak for this fight. You have earned this. Your mother abandons you.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself. He even became known as the Demogorg, the god.
If this is a cautionary tale, the timing could use some work. The line.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
No mercy, servants of Lord. Feel my call. your mother. You were unprepared. They are still coming for me.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training in. And with live targets.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Now, right.
Do not bother running. Pathetic. Friend in need. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
That's it.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter. With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
Okay, that's the sleep part. That's by I don't belong here. I felt it before I even stepped foot inside. It's like a complete rejection of who I am. Like the truth himself is here. I'll push it back against. I'll try again another time. Today, I'm so hopeless. And Agatha about this. I know she's counting on me. Everyone else too. So much pleasure. And I won't let God.
Autumn, show me the way. Autumn reveals all.
Smooth thing. That was right. This is like the Mortal Kombat book.
Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Obviously not.
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia, with the Abbey, to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World, just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wondergore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the moon seal?
After the trials, the moon seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
There must not be anything here. Autumn thinks otherwise. Was this always...
You may not remember this.
Well, I don't need this. We do this already.
Do you think Shaw was meant to find...
He may.
And...
Need something, dear?
What do you...
That's not an easy question, dear. Your mother left. She, Lilith, did.
Tell me...
By all accounts, as I to think
Shaw. Isn't Shaw
until we speak again.
first, that's my first class? Is that right? I was wrong to let my heart linger on the thoughts of Lilith. She and her class are still worse than I could imagine.
This must be Shaw's study.
Man from our congregation. Women have more influence than that coven, even without their roots in this village. Our congregation size falters. I raise my hands to the God nightly, crying out for guidance. Excuse me. The scroll contains more influence than I initially perceived. It is not merely power within, but corruption beyond my wildest imaginations. Each mark upon the page can be traced to this image. A line to a person of power, handled fragments of the glass crystal. I have come to believe that the dark and destructive events that plague this land are not the chronological rhythms fate has set in motion, but the dark roots. I feel like I have to start making
Ashtur guides my hand.
The cold doesn't work the challenge solved. I'm grateful for added family, especially fire on the market. It is hard to believe that even the threats of nuclear war, that cold and hunger can throw out so much of our energy, and that the winter will also return now. It says that by the end of the winter I will also be a master of the elements. I look forward to that day only to leave this world. Ooh, big powder. And ooh, red and gold for it pains me to set these words page, for my cause is righteous, and the eminence of weakness I find unfathomable. But I must try to be on this case. The whispering specters and testimony, protecting the world I am. This page I want to realize that it is responsible for the corruption of not only the souls of men, but the destruction of entire civilizations throughout history. Today, if the people are failing us, I forgot that these cards are here.
This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
That's magic, that.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool. It's always good
Did
to see
Wanda
you.
ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me.
No.
Goodbye. For now.
So we can check. I'll take another time. I'm sorry. You guys want to do this? It will be tomorrow. And then see? Shaw's Church. Alright, we have to go to the shop to see John Roberts. Don't exactly know why. Oh, because he...
Hunter, I've got a theory. Want to hear it?
Oh.
My theory is that it's underappreciated work to be an awesome badass loner.
Not wrong.
I mean, did you see what happened when Blaze read the parchment aloud? That was an act of mad genius.
He definitely destroyed a lot of soulless. I can give him that.
Oh my god, really? The man unleashes the apocalypse on the forces of evil, and the most you can give him is an attaboy. Tough crowd.
After all that, we still do not have the parchment. Without it, we cannot destroy it.
Here's the thing. He's got no one to rely on. It's just him out there, facing this stuff all alone. He's not gonna give us something like the parchment easily. I think we all need to cut him some slack.
No.
I am not sure how much I agree with you, but I am willing to give him another chance. In all honesty, we have no other choice.
I mean, maybe if we show him a little respect, he'll show you a little respect.
Yeah, I like you.
And if he does not?
You gotta trust me on this. Seeing Blaze in action really solidified some things for me, Hunter.
And what is that?
I still got a long way to go if I ever want to make my mark as a spirit of vengeance.
Then you have work to do.
Yeah, I do. It's just hard to gain that kind of confidence when I'm always left on the sidelines.
You're clearly not, my guy.
Anyways, I had to tune up the ride. She really took a beating out in the desert.
So before we leave, I want to go here. Because there's
He sees the path.
oh, dark. So I can just go straight back to the Abbey now.
How old is this game? Everybody looks like a block.
Oh, this was a huge hit when I was a kid.
So you mean like last week?
Yeah.
Banner thinks he's so clever with this demonic barrier, but I promise you, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
This isn't about one-upmanship, Tony. Just let me focus, and I can get Hunter through the barrier.
What's the holdup?
Besides your incessant grumbling about Banner in my ear, I haven't yet found a way to properly shield the Hunter to pass through the barrier.
Yeah, sure. While you're working on your magic fairy dust, I'll figure out how we get the parchment back here. It's too dangerous to be left out there in the wild.
It's not fairy dust. That's all wrong for this job. And if the Sanctum was still around, that would have been the perfect place to store the parchment.
Well, it's gone, and Banner's still out there taunting me. So let's hurry up and get some answers.
The boys are fighting.
Almost having the parchment of power.
Charlie.
I have a few theories on who sent those soulless after
Praise
us
the
and
dog.
Blaze. Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Why would I?
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope.
I have found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. I typically avoid venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. There's an unsettling air about this place.
This church belonged to a preacher named Hiram Shaw. His influence turned Salem against its coven.
A charismatic personality and a fearful populace can do much evil together.
There was more to it than that.
Yes, I suspected as much. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not of me. I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Dr. Sense. I think he's actually more afraid of... You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
I thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here, and she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells, but why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
She doesn't want you to see.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm so happy Robbie got to work alongside one of his idols.
Cheers. Alright, let's go through what I just got before. I don't understand why there's such emphasis on the bathing suits. Wait. Oh, it's a color for the fit. Oh. Yeah. Oh, what I did. Well, it inverts it. That's pretty cool, but no. Borderline. We got. It doesn't change the part. Never mind. So that this looks. Who else did I just get? Didn't I get colors for magic? All of those are pretty sick, actually. Alright.
I remember the first time I worked with the Avengers. Hydra tried to kill us.
It's mommy time.
I am disappointed. The fool Blaze risks us all with his reckless antics, blindly wielding the parchment of power like a child with their first wooden sword. Who knows what horrors he could have unleashed? We are fortunate he did not destroy us all.
From what I saw, he seemed to know exactly what he was doing.
Or perhaps that wretched parchment simply did not wish to be found by the soulless. And whatever foul master they serve.
Wretched? You would speak ill of your precious Darkhold?
The Darkhold is many things. Precious is not one of them. The book has a will of its own. It enslaves, then destroys any soul foolish enough to try and tame it. No matter how strong they may think they are. Better to help me contain the damage, lest it consume us all.
Your forces butcher all in their path. You send assassins to cut our throats. Forgive me if I fail to believe you are trying to help us, Mother.
Not us, child. You. Everything I do is for you. Despite how it may seem at this moment, that will never change. The parchment of power will be found. The Darkhold will be made whole. He wills it so. Secret guardians, sorcerers, and tinkerers, your so-called family will shatter before the coming storm. But you and I will stand tall, precious child. United before the eye of the midnight sun.
There's gonna be someone.
I would not count on that, Mother.
There are gonna be consequences for Blaze reading from the Parchment of Power. There are always going to be consequences.
The Parchment of Power really put one heck of a Hellfire Works show. I mean, Johnny used the parchment and whooped all kinds of soulless butt. That's a good thing, right?
Nice, Johnny. Whoop. Listen, Doc. I think this plan is the craziest one you've come up with yet. Wow, Blaze didn't hesitate to read. Is that Latin? Mine's rusty.
It was disturbingly reckless of Johnny Blaze to read that page. No single spell in the Darkhold comes without a price.
We don't know the forces where magic power is. We might as well have emailed our location directly to Hyde.
Excuse me.
Parchment of Power is not to be trifled with. Am I the only one who listened to Caretaker?
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up?
Dark forces from 1,000 worlds just saw the Parchment of Power. There goes our element of surprise. Now more than ever, we must destroy the Parchment of Power as soon as possible.
Don't forget to write.
Okay. I think patience has to go. Actually, no. Deadly Ground can go. I don't really like it that much. And you just got Emily, bitch. Take out that. I'm looking for that. I don't know why I should show some
I wish my phone could summon fiery partitions.
What do you need?
Hey, can I ask a favor?
You try my hand at burst potions with Doctor Strange because you're an absolute dear. No, you try one. Most kind of positive.
Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Sure.
The Parchment of Power's ability to ponder.
Sounds relaxing.
Probably is.
No Darkhold pages. No pain, no gain. Blaze really screwed us over on this one. Astral Beacon saying we have...
Awesome! Can't wait to see how this goes down.
Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here.
The enemy's getting stronger. We gotta do the same.
Which, you know,
See you around.
probably would be awesome.
Well, if anyone was wondering what happens when the good guys use the...
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Ah, Hunter. You certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes,
And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going.
I'll have to go find it.
How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the Abbey.
I'm not surprised. You always have been curious. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
Grizzly old biker. Might as well have handed the page over to Lilith.
Good girl, Charlie.
Yes, girl.
Stay out of trouble.
Stay home.
Ah, Hunter. Just who I was hoping to see. I understand you've already been on the hunt with Blade, so you're aware of our unusual visitor on the grounds?
Yes, we encountered something Blade called the Bar Guest.
His instincts were correct. I believe it is indeed the Bar Guest, or someone's attempt at creating a facsimile of one.
Is the Abbey in danger?
Not unless we provoke it. However, it seems to harness a dark magic similar to what courses through the barrier. I need you to track this Bar Guest, capture it, and bring it to me here in the forge. But please, don't kill it. It's my hope that I can find a way to use its magics to break through the barrier to the lab.
After battling Hydra agents and Fallen, tracking a pup on the Abbey grounds sounds like a vacation.
Do not let your guard down, Hunter. As I said, it's no ordinary dog, but a demonic entity. I suggest you bring Blade and Wolverine with you. I believe the portal will soon be at its apex. I'll do my best to keep it stable until you can cross. I'll see you there, Hunter. Track the beast quickly. Time is of the essence.
Shh. Tony is working.
Until next time. I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Never seen a book create a wall of hellfire before? Rookie. Stay on your toes, Hunter. No point in hiding it, Hunter. I already got a whiff of that demon dog you're after. Blade said it gave you two the slip the other night. I want in on the next run.
Perhaps that is what our hunt is missing. Your positive attitude.
Me? Positive? That's a new one. But I am curious about this mystery dog of yours.
This supernatural beast roaming the Abbey grounds has proven difficult to track. Still, Strange thinks it may be critical to breaking through the barrier.
Blade's no slouch, and I've seen you in action. This thing must be the real deal if it's giving you trouble.
It is a Barghest. It resembles a hound, but it is not. It is a spectral omen of death.
I thought I smelled a weird doggy odor out by your old crypt. I chalked it up to the side effects of your resurrection.
Curious. I have no idea what this creature smells like.
It smelled like hate and death and a freshly opened grave. It could really use a bath.
This beast is vitally important. You say you picked up the scent near Hunter's Folly?
Yeah, that's right. If I went back there, I could probably pick it up. No sweat. So, I'll meet you there?
Did you just invite yourself along?
Bet your ass I did. I'll see you at the Folly tonight. See you at Hunter's Folly.
Stepped in some of Charlie's left behinds.
I don't trust the olds when they are heads down like this.
Charlie would not stop barking this morning.
Music box probably goes to...
I don't want to waste your time, so I'll be direct. I overheard you, Nico, and Magic talking in the chapel last night.
Oh boy.
I hope you three are not planning another foolish excursion to rescue you-know-who.
Her name is Wanda.
Yes, I know.
You cannot even say her name?
Just level with me. Are they still planning on trying to save her?
Nico did not want me to tell you, but... yes. Yes, they are.
Ah, I knew it. What half-brained scheme is she planning now?
She thinks she has a spell to remove corruption.
She what? Unbelievable. If she doesn't get herself killed, she will surely take down whoever helps her. Thank you for telling me. I will speak to her as soon as we're done here. In the meantime, is there anything else you'd like to know? Or tell me?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh?
When you talk to Nico and Magic, please go easy on them. They mean well.
I know. I just can't have them continue to endanger themselves or anyone else over this.
Who are they endangering?
Just be gentle. They are still grieving their friend.
I'll take that into consideration.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
Alright, let's go find this tunnel.
We'll talk more later. Oh, Hunter. Thanks for your honesty today.
Are you gonna read a lot of these, sir? I just stole this. Box. It just says find the tunnel. Is it inside? No, definitely. Okay. Huh. I suppose.
Autumn must not see it that way. If it was here, Autumn would show me. This must be an ember from the forge.
Look at these chests. Go to Agatha. Fire up the fucking cauldron. I believe that means I can start making potions.
I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just drop the ingredients in? Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along.
It's cauldron. Grab the items, resources, you have many rewards around. Collect reagents, leave as well. Yeah. mushroom. I can't get it. Oh, I can straight up make the essence, got it.
Lovely, dear. You're a natural.
Yes. And having the culture of this. Alright, we got counterattack Hydra forces. An operations assault that gives me an epic gamma coil and an epic Hydra guide I don't really care for, and that's not what I want. Alright, we got Spider-Man. We got little J Spider-Man. Let's send magic and let's send. No, Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever Spider-Man does. Spider-Man.
With all of the artifacts and equipment Hydra has been absconding with, it was inevitable we'd catch them unloading equipment somewhere.
Look out.
You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
Shouldn't take too long.
Prepare
Good one!
You are like an ant to me. I will step on you if I have to.
Okay, Soul Blast.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
Ooh, I like it! You know, you're pretty good at this. Here we go! Not to brag, but I feel pretty good right now.
Targeting systems active.
I pushed it into someone. Yo,
Be happy you can still draw breath. Don't you know who I am?
I need a medic here! I see how it is.
Serve her with honor.
You're ready now.
freedom.
A change of mind?
They've armed one of the crates. It's going to explode if you don't get that key.
Impressive.
Confirmed enemy target.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others. That was the last crate. Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces, and let's get you home.
It's fine. It's right. Maybe I was something. Don't tell me how to live my life, bro. I can't tell you when I'm here.
That's the spirit.
Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally.
Consider it done.
Not the little.
You have a friend down.
You've made a grave mistake.
I bet Lilith isn't going to like this.
Always wanted to fight you.
Maybe, I don't know, you should have asked Lilith for cooler outfits?
I will not make the same mistake twice.
Watch and learn.
This should aid me in my fight.
So it's beginning.
Guardian strong.
We don't leave a friend in need.
Just let me catch my breath. Looks like it's up to me. Nothing personal, but I think that's
The endless search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
So,
This one's for you! This should help! I'm going for it!
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
As they say, it gets the job done.
I'm on it!
What's our contingency plan? Where should we get going?
Yeah, they got my number that time.
The light shines on the most dutiful. It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
oh no, he's fretting.
Something is wrong.
There's only so much I can do here.
I can't take much more of this.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
Oh, excuse me. Blueprints can be used to craft abilities at the Forge. It's a great way to get duplicate abilities needed for upgrades. I did not think of that. I feel so good. Talk to the wolf. Oh, everybody else talks to me.
Smelled you a mile.
Tattle much, Hunter?
What is wrong, Nico?
What's wrong? Are you freaking serious? You ratted on us, Hunter! You went to Caretaker and tattled about my spell to remove Wanda's corruption. You almost blew the whole plan.
First off,
The plan is not blown, Nico. We can still pull this off.
Yeah, but no thanks to you.
first off, she heard
I
you anyway.
tried to do damage control and convince her that we were just talking and not actually gonna follow through on it, but I'm not sure she bought it. So, don't, mention it again, okay?
I shall tiptoe.
Get some beauty rest.
Oh.
If you're gonna save Wanda tomorrow, I need you at the top of your game.
Good night, Nico.
Nico want these hands?
Yeah, you too.
Oh, Nico wants these hands. Baby girl, they really eat for everyone.
You smell it, Hunter? That ain't right. There's something dangerous creeping around out here. Present company excluded.
That is the scent Blade was tracking.
Blade, huh?
Stupid glasses.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good nose for this kind of thing. Not as good as mine, though. Feel like snooping around?
Let us get this thing.
Okay, I like that attitude. Grab your dog and follow me.
Charlie. Charlie, good.
I ain't much of a conversationalist. More of a fighter.
Don't follow Charlie.
know it ain't from the pound.
What are their steps?
It is a long story.
Footprints,
We got time.
When I was younger, Lilith would send wave after wave of her children to attack. The portal stayed open this time.
Yeah, almost feels too easy. Guess we go in and kick its ass.
Mind if I tag along?
How long have you been standing here?
Long enough to watch that thing run right by you.
Well, are you gonna...
Hunter, hold on just a moment.
Oh boy.
What is it, Doctor? I doubt that portal is going to stay open forever.
The creature you've been pursuing, I suspect now it may be some kind of Hydra experiment, or worse.
How did you get involved in this?
The bar guest? I thought we had all accepted its mythical origins.
I'm skeptical that the beast just jumped from the pages of ancient lore. No, there's something else afoot here.
We had planned on putting it down regardless of where it came from.
He wanted us to capture it.
Actually, if you could bring it in alive, I think there may be a great deal we could learn from it.
No promises, Doctor. You do remember who my hunting partners are?
Yes, I realize you're all very eager, especially Wolverine, but do your best. Hunter, I may have found something of interest to you. The means to surmount that obstacle you were so interested in. The secret lies with the symbiote you recovered. If my suspicions are correct, it can be used to disrupt your troublesome ward in the same way that my own wards of protection fell at the Sanctum Sanctorum.
What do I have to do?
Without going off on an overly technical Starkian rant, the alien itself has a very unusual composition. Its seemingly gelatinous structure seems to interfere with the ward's resonance frequency when channeled with the appropriate magic.
You are not going to ask me to retrieve more of the creature, are you?
That shouldn't be necessary. Although a cooperative venom would be invaluable here, I think we can make do with what's left from before. I left a vial of the symbiote on my desk in the forge. If you're intent on removing the ward, take it with you. Discreetly.
Thank you for pursuing this further, Doctor. I doubt anyone else could have made this kind of discovery.
You're too kind, Hunter. Besides, I think our mutual friend has done quite well in guiding you so far.
Lilith's residents have been controlled by the Sanctum partners to make them the partners. Residents in the Sanctum is what we made up to say that he sold our enemy as help and returned all favors.
It is just as I suspected. Hydra. I knew they were like this. The pieces all came together a bit too perfectly.
You're telling me all that mythical creature hype came down to this?
At least now we know for sure.
Crude, but effective. Everyone.
Our pact will not be broken.
I think you got it.
Now for something real special. You're going home in pieces. I've got a reputation to protect. Hope you're ready.
We will not fail.
Yeah,
My purpose
That's not supposed to hurt.
Hardly a scratch.
from the rift. Her blessing is
I realize, of course, the three of you aren't known for your restraint, but try to bring the creature back in one piece. I still need to study it when you're done.
Might not be up to us, Doc.
That thing gets feisty.
Every once in a while, the legends are true.
Come get it. It's on.
temporary.
Time to bleed.
To restore our strength.
Oh, they must have what's it called? Life skills.
You asked for it.
We will not fall that easily.
That's one hell of a move.
I will never.
It must really want to piss me off.
That's the spirit.
Do it now. No time to catch my breath.
Hydra seems quite intent on protecting the bar guest. I would think that's a good indicator of its potential value to us.
Or maybe Hydra just doesn't like us and the dog is irrelevant.
Did Tony put you up to this, or are you just providing color commentary out of personal curiosity?
I'm just here to make sure no innocent dogs are harmed by our theories.
Now it's fun.
It will sustain us.
Maybe it's time you quit this wreck.
I'm on it. Your mother.
Back into the fray.
Get some.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
I've got your back.
That should help.
Maybe you can teach me that one.
They will kneel. The curse is
No pressure.
I will not let you down. I have not shaken their confidence.
I don't know what Tony has been telling everyone, but the bar guest is an omen of death. A demonic entity that has likely taken many innocent lives over the centuries.
Saying there are no bad dogs, bad hunters.
Of all people, I thought you would understand the nature of the beast.
Now I teach them to fear me.
I'm up.
You are too weak for this fight.
Should do the trick.
That's a neat trick.
Lilith herself is not best. What makes you think Lilith would be better? by your weakness.
By now, I would hope we've all seen enough of the Barghest in action to understand its nature.
Yes, maybe it is just scared of unwelcome intruders.
I've yet to hear any other proposals on how we might break this barrier. If anyone has a non-Barghest solution, I'm all ears.
Watch close.
Need to restore our strength.
And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
You are
Yeah, that definitely took it from Wrong Star. That was rough.
Your magic may be powerful, Doctor, but I am still impressed you managed to contain the Barghest.
No less impressive than your efforts to capture it, Hunter. I believe in its weakened state, the creature will remain bound here.
And what do you plan on doing with it now?
The first step will be carefully transporting the beast down to the forge. A delicate operation I plan to handle personally. Why don't you come by tomorrow before I begin the actual research? I'll know more then.
Man, you see the teeth on that thing?
Yeah, pretty nasty. Too bad we can't train it.
Just travel. Oh, I can't. Okay. Retrieve the vial symbiote.
This is a distillate from the Venom symbiote. Strange thinks this will dispel the ward?
But we are going to save that for next week. I have to go get ready. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I know I'm going to. Peace, love, chicken grease. Bye.